Hey everyone, it's me, Greg. Today we're going to talk about swapping your seat out in the Green Eagle. My Green Eagle came with the deluxe seat, as you can see over there. That deluxe seat weighs about 20 pounds, give or take, maybe about 18 pounds by the time you have the seat, the harness, and the adjustable brackets that are down on the bottom. I wanted to lose a little weight on my Green Eagle because I'm pretty heavy, so I decided to go with one of these standard folding seats. Okay, so taking off the old seat is quite easy. Basically, there's 4 nuts underneath the Green Eagle, those 2 bars there. You just go underneath, unscrew those 4 nuts, lift the seat off as a whole unit, and then take the 4-point straps off, which are connected to those bolts. Putting the new seat on is a little bit challenging, but it's not that hard. So one of the things you want to do with the Green Eagle is, first off, these bottom bars down here are not quite where they need to be to put this seat on. If you're going to leave the adjustable bracket underneath it and bolt it to this new seat, then both of these bars need to move up about 1 inch. And the reason for that is that here where it folds hits your frame, and if you leave this bar where it is, then you're not going to be able to put the seat in position. If you're not going to use the adjustable, which I didn't, to save some weight, then you only need to move this bar about 1 inch. So the simplest way to do this is I just undid this bar, then I put this seat on top. Then once I got the seat where I wanted it, I slid this bar where I wanted it. I went and clamped everything down in the position it was in, and then I just drilled a hole through here and put these nuts back in this bar. Then I went underneath the seat, and where the big bolts go to tighten it up, I drilled 4 pilot holes. Now the 4 bolts that come out of that seat over there did not have nuts and did not have lock washers on them, so you'll have to buy 4 lock washers and 4 nuts to be able to clamp this seat in place. And when you clamp it in, you'll see under here, hopefully, where you can just basically use the same nut and washer. It's not coming out too good, is it? Same nut and washer that you used on the old seat. When I put my 4-point harness on before, it was only attached all 4 ends, to these 2 back bolts. So what I did was I put the back set of straps on this piece here at the very bottom, and then I also put the front ones here at the very front. And what that does is this belt, your lap belt, now goes across your very upper thighs instead of across your pelvis, which I I like better. You can put them back on the other end, all 4 in the back, but I prefer to have the 4-point harness attached to all 4 corners. I also, when I attached the straps down here, if you notice in this bolt, I didn't put them up here on top, I put them all the way at the bottom. Okay, and the reason I put them at the bottom is so that this seat bracket would lay flush on these bars. Whenever you use nuts and lock washers, I always use the blue Loctite just to make sure that those bolts won't come undone. Now, if you'll notice up on this seat, it doesn't quite sit back as far until you put some pressure on it, but it won't quite hit that back bar. So I wanted to make a device later, which I'll talk about, but it will, when you sit in it, it will go all the way back. So that puts a little stress on it, and next video I'll show you what I did to compensate that. Also, you'll notice on the deluxe seat you have holes in the seat to keep the seat belts in place properly, so that they don't kind of slide off your shoulders. If you notice on this seat, it has no holes. So in my next video I'll show you what I did back here to compensate for that. But by swapping this seat out, luckily I still have the forward adjustments up here, I saved about 12 pounds just on that seat arrangement. It's not quite as comfy, it doesn't look as beautiful, but it's a nice seat and it does what it does. The other thing is, since I don't have that huge backrest and it does give a little bit and push back, since I'm so big, I can actually tilt my head a little bit further back to watch the wing come up overhead, which is a little nicer. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, just drop me a line. See ya.